Speaking on the occasion of Benazir Bhutto's birth anniversary, PPP chairman Bilawal Bhutto termed Imran Khan as the true criminal of the Pakistani nation. He termed the PTI's deal with the IMF as cruel and was shocked when he went into the details of this deal. While addressing a Jalsa in Larkana, the PPP chairman termed Imran Khan as the killer of Pakistan's economy and stated that PTI's narrative of accountability was a sham and a lie. The PPP chairman promised the crowd that Imran Khan will answer for the corruption undertaken during PTI's 4 year in power and that the nation will not forgive or forget what they had to endure when he was the Prime Minister. PTI chairman Imran Khan has said that his party would challenge the recent amendments to the National Accountability Ordinance in the Supreme Court. The changes were criticized by the former premier, saying that the move would destroy the country as the amendment would only protect white-collar criminals from accountability. He termed the recent amendments as a mockery and a joke with the country and expressed the hope that the courts would take notice of the recent developments, adding that if such moves were allowed, then it would be detrimental for the country. The PTI chairman alleged that he was pressured through the entire duration of his government and blackmailed to provide an NRO-type deal to major political figures of the present coalition government, but he did not give in. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif stated that the ruling coalition government had decided to redistribute the economic burden on the poor by taxing the rich. Talking to the media in Islamabad after a meeting of the federal cabinet, he said that his government has decided to redistribute the burden on the poor. The Prime Minister hoped that those who were privileged would gladly lend their support to the country at this critical juncture and demonstrate a spirit of sacrifice. Shehbaz Sharif reiterated that the government had come into power during challenging times, had taken difficult decisions, and would continue taking even more difficult decisions in the future if need be. PTI leader Shah Mahmood Qureshi claimed that the Punjab government was violating the Election Commission of Pakistan's Code of Conduct ahead of the by-elections on 20 seats of the Provincial Assembly. Qureshi alleged that the PMLN candidates had been informed that Punjab Chief Minister Hamza Shahbaz would ensure their victory in the by-polls in order to protect his own seat. After the PTI leader's press conference, the Chief Election Commissioner Sikandar Sultan Raja sprang into action and sought a report from the Punjab Election Commissioner. PPP Senator Raza Rabbani suggested the formation of a parliamentary committee tasked with looking into the defence budget, as he pointed out that the budgetary allocations for the military had never been considered for a discussion in the parliament. The Pakistan Stock Exchange staged a rally of 748 points as investor sentiments was buoyed by the possibility of an announcement revealing Pakistan's deal with the IMF. Finance Minister Miftah Ismail had expressed hope that an agreement with the IMF for the revival of the extended fund facility would be reached within a day or two. So far, Pakistan and the IMF have not yet been able to reach close to a staff-level agreement for the revival of the loan program, leaving authorities in a tight spot. According to the State Bank of Pakistan, the Roshan Digital Account Scheme has recorded its highest deposit daily figure of $57 million. This has been the highest inflow of dollars since the service was introduced to Pakistanis living abroad. With this significant increase, total deposits in the RDA have crossed the 4.5 billion mark. Indian police have arrested 3 men accused of murdering hip-hop star Sidhu Moosewala, seizing a cache of weaponry including a grenade launcher. The 28-year-old, also known by his birth name Subdeep Singh Sidhu, was shot dead in his car last month. Local media reports say Canada-based gangster Goldie Brar had claimed responsibility for organizing the rapper's murder and was in touch with the hitman on the morning of the crime. British Pakistani writer Mohammad Hanif has announced that he will no longer participate in a conference held by the Goethe Institute in Hamburg. This was done after the conference disinvited Mohammad Al-Kurd, a Palestinian writer and poet. According to the Pakistani writer, Kurd was invited and then disinvited from the Beyond the Lone Offender Dynamics of the Global Rights Summit, scheduled to be held from June 23rd to 26th in Hamburg, because he was not respectful enough towards Israel. After days of mounting public and social media pressure, Chinese police have finally issued an update on the investigation into a brutal restaurant attack in Tangshan. The assault saw several women repeatedly kicked and punched by a group of men and sent shockwaves across the country after surveillance footage of the incident was leaked online. Following the attack, Chinese authorities have sought to stifle discussion around gender-based violence and shift the focus to local gang violence. The Pakistan Telecommunication Authority on Tuesday dismissed news reports carried by a section of the media regarding the new domain name system. A statement issued by the authority said that the PTA has only implemented an automation of blocking of unlawful content as mandated to PTA under PICA Section 37. The PTA further clarified that the recent development will have no effect on increasing the cost of internet services, no impact on slowing down of internet, nor has any implications on privacy of the citizens whatsoever. The National Institute of Health issued an advisory pertaining to the Congo virus, saying it is imperative to be vigilant about the situation and take necessary steps to interrupt its transmission. Since the diagnosis of the first human case in 1976, sporadic cases have continued to occur in various geographical regions of the country. The virus is transmitted to people either by tick bites or through contact with infected animal blood or tissue during and immediately after slaughter. In a bid to enhance the party's presence on social media and build its narrative, PTI chairman Imran Khan met famous Pakistani TikTokers at his Banigala residence. Among the TikTokers who met the former Prime Minister was Malik Usman, who is one of the most followed celebrities on the app and is famous for making funny videos in his unique style. American singer Beyonce, who has won 28 Grammy Awards, released her first single in 2 years, Break My Soul, from her 7th solo studio album, Renaissance. The track is expected to take the dance floor by storm with its catchy beat and powerful lyrics.